All right, so welcome everyone to Samurai Station Podcast. It's me, Sultan, with my best friend and number one hater, Amir.
Welcome to our podcast. We're happy to have you guys.
Yeah.
So this is like the pilot, and from now on we'll be talking all about MMA, boxing,
Yeah.
yeah, anything when it comes to combat sports. We'll be talking about that, and we'll be happy to have all of you.
Actually, yeah, it's not only combat sports, a lot of other things, news, and not only UFC and MMA. It's also boxing. It's also something outside that I'm not going to say it now, but we do have some plans and some thoughts on that. So, yeah, you will see everything in coming episodes.
Yeah,
So already like 2-3 events passed, but we had a chance to watch everything live,
yeah.
especially UFC 300 and UFC 301. So Amir, I know you watched it. We didn't watch it together,
Yeah.
but you watched it for sure. But tell me how it was for you, how it felt when you see the UFC 300 and 300. I mean, I want to talk first about 300. How it was, like the fights and events.
It was historical. It was something, that you could never imagine. Like we had the Gagey against Max Holloway.
Yeah.
Oof, that's the fight of the year, 100%.
Yep.
The ending was the best way to describe the BMF champion.
Yeah.
That gave me chills. It was amazing. We have the Alex
Pereira.
exactly, his fight, the way he ended it. There
course,
was so many good fights, and just the best way to put a card like that.
Yeah, this is what UFC always does, something special. I mean, thanks to Dana White for doing all this, but you need to be a super nice CEO and the guy who loves fighting. So starting with Cody Garbrandt and Figueiredo, bro, like starting the card like that, man.
Jeez, yeah.
What are we talking about? Yeah, I mean, I had the same thing, by the way. I was just actually, it was my dad who was watching with me. He was keep sleeping and waking up, keep sleeping and waking up, but I couldn't just sleep at all. Like from the start, how the fight went, Cody Garbrandt, and then going on, Diego Lopez, Renato Moicano's comeback. Oh my God, Alex Pereira, and then Max Holloway's last 10 seconds BMF. Oh my God, bro, the UFC event was just crazy as it gets. And what I want to talk about first, all these events that happen, I want to talk about some special fighter that I love him a lot. I do know he doesn't speak a lot of English, by the way. This what it makes him some mysterious guy, Everyone loves him, but no one understands what he says. It's Alex Pereira, Shama, bro. When the fight was going to happen, when against Jamal Hill, what did you think? How it's gonna end up? Like, just I want to know, because I know people, like they were telling, oh, Alex Pereira is not gonna finish him so fast, blah blah blah. But I know you watch a lot of fights. Always you have good predictions. What did you have in your head? Like, how it's gonna go?
I didn't think it would be this easy. I thought we'll have some back and forths, but just the way he ended the guy, like there was a kick to the nuts, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And then he's like, step back, and
Yeah.
he goes, and then he puts his foot on Jamal's
Yeah,
foot,
yes, exactly.
where he can't go back,
Exactly,
and
bro.
boom.
That is something.
Like the guy has records. Like, I mean, he did kickboxing, and
Of course.
he has so many knockouts in kickboxing. So he's like one of the best strikers in UFC.
Yeah, that's for
Period.
sure.
Right now, he's
Yeah.
the best striker. So, and he has the power.
Left hook,
He's
bro.
knocking out.
That left hook is for sleeping.
Exactly. He's knocking out light heavyweights left and right, and he's challenging Jon Jones in heavyweight right now.
Yeah,
I mean, he's going
yeah.
over the moon. So, this guy is something, and he excites everyone, and he excites me, and I love the way he fights.
Yeah,
man. This guy is amazing.
This is what it's about. Alex Pereira, Shama. I mean, shout out to Shama. I mean, I love this guy a lot. Even when he just came from Glory Kickboxing, everyone was talking about it. I remember, I watched video of Joe Rogan talking about him. Oh, this guy is special. I know Joe Rogan, by the way, why I love him, that he doesn't just talk. If this guy is not good, he's not gonna say he's good. But he said something special about Alex Pereira, and that made me like, you know what? Let me just watch this guy how he fights, and then boom, knocking everyone out, and within 2 years he becomes undisputed UFC champion, man.
In
And
two different divisions.
yes, and he comes to UFC knowing that he has the guy who he fought twice in Glory Kickboxing, Adesanya. He finished him twice, and he's coming to do the same thing in UFC, bro. Like, come on. Like, what's wrong with this guy?
This guy's story is just amazing.
Yeah.
Like how Adesanya calls him off, and
Yeah.
the guy was like, basically, I don't want to say it, but almost like a bum because he gave up. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
not fighting anymore.
Yes,
he's
exactly.
just back in Brazil, kind of broke.
Yes.
And then
exactly.
Adesanya calls him out, and like, I mean, I'm talking about, I'm getting kind of goosebumps,
chills.
chills,
You're gonna have
yeah.
chills for sure.
And the guy hears Adesanya and goes for it,
Yeah.
and look where he gets.
Yeah, this guy is really mentally tough because you say something I like that he switched. There is a switch that he pressed.
Exactly.
Boom. He's
Change
on.
his life around.
Yeah, he's on. I'm on. Like, yo, he gets back to training. He gets back to breaking the pads and everyone. So he deserves where he's at now. And
Definitely.
something that you said that he called out Jon Jones. Jon Jones is my number one fighter ever. I'm going to always say it. The Bones. He's always been the best, and he will always be, You know about Khabib's father,
Yeah.
Abdul Manap. So he said about Jon Jones that no one can beat Jon Jones. Did you ever watch that video?
No, I can't really recall.
I will show it to you. But bro, when he says that no one can beat Jon Jones,
He actually said
unless Jon Jones beats himself. Yeah, he said it, and he was right. He said it. I can't recall the year. I think it was 2017 or 18, and that time he said about Jon Jones that no one can beat him, and Jon Jones had some issues at that time. He was coming fighting, then he was getting jailed. He was coming fighting, they was getting jailed, so he had back and forth with himself. But that time I remember Abdul Manap's, like rest in peace, he said about him, and he came back. He beat everyone and he got the belt again. And now we're waiting for Jon Jones. So Jon Jones against Alex Pereira. I think it can happen. What do you think?
I think I would like to see it in light heavyweight, because I think stepping all the way to heavyweight, it would be like in the favor of Jon Jones. I think no matter how powerful Alex is, right? But
Yeah.
heavyweight, that's a huge difference.
But do you think knowing Jon Jones now, how big he became, do you think he can go to light heavyweight now?
He is big right now.
He's too big, bro.
I saw his video. I saw the way he was talking about his fight with Daniel Cormier, like with the knees. Like he was teaching the kids like how he was flipping him and letting him hit the knees and everything.
Yes.
He was big. He was.
He's
He reminds me of Daniel Cormier.
yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah, DC. Yeah,
DC,
this
yeah.
is a good guy.
He's an amazing guy.
Yeah.
I love that guy.
I think that the fight can happen, but I don't think Jon Jones will go down because, he spent 3 years or almost 3 years getting all this big mass
Yeah.
that helped him to finish Cyril Gane in this easy way. We shouldn't forget that. So I think it's going to be hard for Jon Jones to go down, but I believe, I didn't honestly see Alex Pereira, but everyone says he's so big, bro. Like, he is too huge. I think he can go up.
He wants to go up.
He is, he is willing to go
Yeah.
up, but I think he can do something good. But
What do you think? What do you think of the fight if that happens?
Yeah, actually, look, I love Jon Jones. He's
Yeah.
my number one GOAT. And I love this guy. I know how he fights. I started UFC, like the new UFC, like maybe 10 years ago. I was watching so close, and the only guy that I watched is Jon Jones. But I love Alex Pereira. Shama is amazing. But just going stylistically, I think Alex Pereira will have very hard time to do something with Jon Jones.
Yeah.
Jon Jones is number one not only just his strikes, bro. We shouldn't forget about his wrestling.
He's all rounded. Like this guy,
Yeah.
if he wants to take him to the feet, he will take him to the feet. If he
Yes.
wants to strike, he will strike.
Exactly.
If he wants to do jiu-jitsu, this guy is
Yeah.
he knows everything. And yeah, I think based on what I know and what I've seen from both guys, I think if it goes stand up, if it's just stand up, I'll give the edge to Alex.
Too early for that, but yeah.
But overall, I would say Jon Jones definitely.
You know, as I said, stylistically, but you know, everyone now for sure, everyone is like amazed with the stand up of Alex Pereira, the way
Yeah.
he does. You know, yeah, but I still feel Jon Jones, even in a stand up, Jon Jones has more things to bring to the table.
He's dirtier.
He has everything. You know.
Yeah.
He has those kicks to the knee. He has those middle kicks. He has those, you know, touching everything. Bro, like, Jon Jones has everything. Even in a stand-up, I think he's not going to let Alex Pereira come so close to him. We do know what Alex Pereira does. We saw what he did to Jamal Hill, stepping over his foot, bro. But I still feel that Jon Jones can finish Alex Pereira. Third round or fourth round, I think he can take him down, ground and pound, and just get the W. But all the love to Alex Pereira. I know that he is willing to go up, but we shouldn't forget one guy, Tom Aspinall. What do you think? He's actually interim champion of heavyweight.
He is, and I liked his last fight, but I just don't see him lasting too far. I'm very excited about Stipe with Jones. That fight,
I
I'm
know
really
you
excited.
love Stipe Miocic.
I love that dude. The Croatian crowd, yeah, like, you know, he's the greatest heavyweight, right?
I don't think, but yeah.
Based on records, I love Cain Velasquez. I mean, we're getting way off topic.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Stipe, yeah, definitely when it comes to records, he's the greatest in UFC at the moment, at least, you know.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I'm very excited about Jon Jones versus Stipe.
So you saying that I said the prediction for Jon Jones and Alex Pereira is third or fourth round finish by ground and pound, taking him down, ground and pounding him. Because if you don't finish Jon Jones within 2 rounds, Jon Jones can go 10 rounds.
Exactly.
So I put third or fourth round easy finish by Jon Jones. But tell me, you told me that you put more on Alex Pereira as a stand-up.
A stand-up.
What do you think? How is it going to end up?
I think if Alex doesn't get it done within the first 2 rounds, yeah, definitely.
So you put the same thing.
Yeah.
But no, give me a prediction. I said third or fourth round finish.
Okay.
Give me what you think.
I think third round Jon Jones.
Third round Jon Jones?
Definitely third round. I think it's going to be a submission.
Submission?
Yeah.
Yeah, you think submission?
Yeah, I think he's going to take him down, pound him to a point that he gives out his neck or something. And
Rear naked choke.
Yeah.
Maybe, but I still put it on a ground and pound.
Yeah.
But I really feel sorry for Tom Aspinall.
Yeah.
I like that guy. He's young, and the way he came back from a huge, he broke his leg. You remember that? He broke his leg bad, and he came back fighting Sergey Pavlovich. Bro, like, everyone was talking like Sergey is the next Fyodor. Like, khalas. He comes, he finishes everyone. He has those crazy hands. But bro, he finished him. 1-2, gone.
Yeah.
Sleep. Tom Aspinall's I like that guy. He is a strong Brit. So, and he might fight in Manchester, by the way, you know?
Yeah, he might fight, but I don't think he's going to get any big fights coming up soon because, like, everyone's being booked.
Yeah.
Like, Jon Jones booked Stipe, and then there's the talks with Alex.
Yes.
So he has to wait on the sideline for a while. If he doesn't get knocked out, you know, from his where he is at the moment.
Yeah, I really feel sorry for... We don't know, by the way, Tom Aspinall, as you said, you're right. Stipe is booked. Jon Jones is booked. Alex Pereira doesn't want to fight Tom Aspinall. He said it. He wants Jon Jones only if he comes up. Because for sure, if you want to go for a third belt, you don't want to risk it with fighting with someone who doesn't have the belt. No, if I fight against the champion. But Stipe and Jon Jones, I'm not a big fan of that fight. I'm just saying what I think. I'm not. I mean, Stipe is very old. And I give him credits that he fought a lot of guys and he did very well. But end of the day, he got knocked out by DC. So we shouldn't forget that. DC did really good job. Even during that fight, I remember he was doing so good, but those punches to the body, bro, it just changed the fight completely. So I still think that Jon Jones can finish Stipe really easy. I hope so. That
I mean, that's the reason. I mean, not the reason, but one of the reasons why he picked Stipe is because to add it to his legacy.
Yeah,
you know?
of course.
And I know he always wanted to fight Cain Velasquez.
Yeah.
Jon Jones
Cain
always wanted to fight.
Cain is a gangster. Cain is.
It's unfortunate. Yeah.
Yeah. He's out of UFC, MMA, and even I think he's out of WWE now.
Yeah. I remember he did go to WWE.
Yeah, he went.
Yeah,
he did good, but then something happened. He went off, and now again I heard that he's going out from. He has some problems as well, but I hope he's doing well.
Yeah.
Big fighter, big guy, Cain Velasquez, aka from AKA Academy, by the way. One of the first people that were teaching Khabib how to talk, how to fight. It was, by the way, Cain Velasquez. Really, he's an amazing guy. He's just amazing.
Definitely.
And another fight that did a lot, there's an event. People talk about events. You can talk about UFC 300, but the way it ended up, that everybody forget who was on the card, by the way. And everyone was talking about Max, Blessed, Holloway. I watched that fight maybe 4 times. I don't know how many times I watched the knockout. I watched maybe a million times because the Instagram was full of his videos. Everywhere you go is Max Holloway. Max Holloway deserves that 1,000,000%. I love that guy so much. From the beginning, fighting each and every one, featherweight, now he's going up, and he's everywhere. But, bro, the way he finished that, it was crazy. And I don't know how he prepared for that fight. Do you know that Max Holloway doesn't spar? Do you know that he didn't spar for 2 years?
He didn't?
Yeah. I think 2 years, he didn't spar at all. He doesn't do sparring. But he told in the interview that he started his sparring only for Justin Gaethje. Yeah, that much he paid attention for Justin Gaethje because he knew he's a big trouble. So, bro, Max Holloway is an amazing guy. And what do you think now of Max Holloway? What do you think? Who's going to fight him? Who do you think?
Max is one of the guys that I like so much. I mean, the guy's been fighting the best of the best since he last fought Conor McGregor, which was in
2014, 15, I think.
15.
Maybe even earlier.
Even earlier,
I
exactly,
think,
yeah. So it's been so long. And he was a great champion. Yeah. And his fights with the Australian, what was his name again?
Volkanovski.
Yeah,
Alex the Great, bro.
Yeah, Alex the Great. Hey, that guy, I love him too. Okay,
Yeah,
I love him too. But I believe they had 2 or 3 fights, right?
3.
3 fights.
3 fights. Yes.
I believe 2 of them was for Max.
I watched that fight so many times. I think it's 2-1. I think by 3 fights it's 2-1. Being honest with you, it's just 2-1. Everybody forgot Alexander the Great Volkanovski after the finish that Ilia Topuria did to him, but I love that guy so much.
No,
Alexander is an amazing fighter, bro.
Definitely, amazing guy, amazing fighter. But yeah, for Max, I think if it wasn't before Alex, he would have stayed the king of his division. Yeah. And, went on and on. But yeah, I think he definitely deserves this belt, the BMF, especially the way he put out Gaethje. I mean, imagine you're winning the fight.
Yes.
You're willing to risk everything in the last 10 seconds. We're doing this here right now.
He loves to do that.
And he loves to do this, but he was winning the fight. Most people thought he was winning the fight. And he goes out and he puts the knockout on the buzzer.
Yeah, buzzer beater, bro. It's
geez, that fight of the century, you might put it as well.
Yeah, we don't know. UFC always does some fights, some events, bro. You always say that this is the best, and then something comes up,
Exactly,
Bro, it's always one of the craziest things. But Max, always love to do that. I remember I watched him fight Ricardo Lamas, and he did the same.
Yeah.
And he did against other guys, but doing as it's perfect. Like you win the fight, you're 4-1 in rounds, and 10 seconds left. Why you need to do that? But I think that bonus 300K made everyone
Go crazy.
Yeah,
I mean,
go
Max
crazy
got
and-
600, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah,
the
he
bonus
got a
600.
lot. He
Yeah,
got a lot of money. I'm sure there is no calculator needed for that. He got a lot of money for that. But bro, the way he deserves this. He deserves this.
Definitely deserves.
I don't know who is gonna fight next because Alex he said that he's willing to fight 4th time with Max Holloway, and I would love to see that fight again because you know when Max Holloway and Alexander the Great Volkanovski fight, bro, it's like a chess game. It's like a chess game because those two are only fighting stand up, and you just see whose game plan is gonna work this fight, bro. First fight, I remember Max was doing so good. He was really close with the win. And second fight, it was again like Volk was very good. But third fight, like Alexander, he closed everything. He said, you know what, done. We're done. He really beat up Max Holloway a lot. But 4th time, we don't know. We don't know who's gonna prepare good for this fight.
I think that fight makes a lot of sense.
Of course.
Yeah, I would like to see that fight. And so you think Max should fight Alex?
I don't think. I think Alex the Great, I like to call him Alexander. He deserves that fight against Holloway, but we don't know how it's going to end up now because, you know, he had back-to-back finishes. Like he got finished by Islam.
And
He got finished by Ilia. And everyone was telling him, like, you don't take the fight so fast. After you got kicked this way, you don't take the fight against one of the dangerous guys like Ilia Topuria. You don't do that.
Yeah.
But he took it. He risked it. He got knocked out so bad. I was watching the fight. He was doing good. And then I see something's wrong with him. Honestly, like, he doesn't feel the distance. He just doesn't know where to go. He just doesn't just punches back. I don't know. He was lost. I just say that Alexander was not there that night. It was just Ilia's night, but I want to see that rematch. But Max Holloway, for sure, I would love to watch the 4th fight against Alexander the Great. It's like a movie.
Yeah.
It's like watching The Godfather Part 5. It's again, you want to watch it because you don't know what's going to happen.
It's like the way they just fight each other, like you just said, like it's like a mastermind of chess game.
Yes,
you know?
yes, exactly.
So it's like you can learn a lot, and yeah, I mean their fight is always amazing. Something that everyone wants to watch. So it makes a lot of sense, especially if like you know they fight each other, the winner goes again for the belt. I mean, Alex deserves a rematch definitely,
Sure.
and Max also deserves a title shot at this point.
Of course.
So
of course.
I think that Dana is gonna choose the right thing. I mean, the guy is a mastermind of all these.
Best matchmaking always.
Exactly. So I can't wait to see what the future holds for these two.
But there was a talk from Ilia. They were going back and forth in tweet. So Ilia is saying he's ready to take Max Holloway. He's ready to take it in Madrid. I don't know if it's gonna happen in Madrid, but he's ready to take him. So what do you think here? You watch Ilia's fights. By the way, this guy, I know that Alexander is the best, but shouldn't forget that this guy is really so dangerous. Like, he is good in punching, kicking, and he's very good at wrestling as well because Georgians, bro,
Yeah.
their base is always full of wrestling, going to clinching and this kind of stuff. So what's Max gonna bring to the table at this stage? I don't know. Is he gonna just play it smart, keep the distance, just shooting from far? I don't know, but it's an amazing fight, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, this triangle of fight, either way it goes, it's amazing to watch, and
Yeah.
I just can't wait for them to announce something. You know.
Exactly. I'm just waiting as well. Like, I'm happy for any scenario that happens. If Max fights Alex, I'm happy. If Alex fights Ilia, I'm happy. If Ilia fights Max, I'm super happy. But again, let's go for predictions. Max Holloway against Ilia Topuria. What do you think? Tell me.
I don't think that he can knock out the way he did to Max.
Yeah, of course.
I think it's most probably gonna go to distance, and Max can get his
So you
hands
think he
raised.
can pull it off,
Yeah,
Max?
Yeah, I believe
Okay.
so.
So it's a good call, but you think like it's gonna go distance and overstriking by Max and just
Exactly.
moving all around,
Exactly,
kicking and
yeah.
punching and putting those combos.
I mean,
Don't
he
you
has
think he
huge
might get
numbers.
caught in those movements?
No. I think if any way that Max can lose to him is by if he gets takedown, and
Yeah.
control on the ground. But as far as stand-up goes, I think Max is super smart. When was the last time you've seen Max get knocked out?
Yeah, of course we didn't see that. But by the way, I want to tell you something. In second or third round, Max get dropped. They didn't count as a knockdown, but he said in an interview that was a crazy punch that just made him like lose his head. So he got clipped, bro. He got clipped and he fell off and he just lost his concentration. But he came back and did what he did. But still, bro, I watch Ilia's fights. I do know how he fights. He just comes at you and he's always like, he reminds me of a Mike Tyson, some Mike Tyson thing.
You mean by his movements?
Yeah,
or-
he just goes low. He just goes low and he just puts his hand and just comes at you like, whatever you move, it just comes right behind you. So, don't you think Max is gonna have all the skills to run? I think Ilia, because like Khabib's skill, like his secret was what? Putting a lot of pressure on you. 'Cause-
endurance, pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when you move back, it's totally different when you go front. Like when you move back, you're always lost and you think too much, you breathe too much, and you start to get tired. And Ilia is doing the same thing to the guys. And I think Max should be so prepared for this fight, like even more he prepares for Alexander the Great, because man, Ilia is dangerous, bro. Like he can't catch you. And if it doesn't catch you, it gets you to the cage and just puts you down. And the fight how can go. But as well, Max is a super experienced guy, and we all love him. He's amazing. By the way, I want to tell Max to come back to Warzone. He's playing Warzone a
He
lot.
does?
Yeah. I used to watch him playing Warzone a lot, so I hope he's gonna come back and we watch his videos again. Yeah, Max
Right,
is the
great.
great guy. But what other thing happened in UFC 300? It was a special one. I told you about Renato Moicano.
Ah, yeah.
This guy is crazy, bro. That guy, how you don't, if you drop someone,
Yeah.
why don't you finish him?
Exactly.
I don't know what this guy, Turner,
Rookie mistake.
not a rookie mistake. Turner is experienced guy, but bro, like, he wanted to create a movie, and movie just backfired, and Renato came back in the second round. But that guy has a heart, brother. Like, I always watch him fight, and the way he was prepared for this fight mentally, he told, like, he didn't say it, but you could feel that I'm ready to give everything that I have. I'm ready to die, but I need that win, the W. And he got it, bro. He just got up. The first round finished. Second round, boom, rear naked choke. Goodbye.
It felt like a Rocky movie. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Like it's a history. It's a you make your own story, bro. And he made it. And
Yeah.
he's like now in the tops of the top trends. Everyone talking about Renato Moicano. Nobody knew about. He had so many losses, but now, bro, this guy is crazy. Just watch his YouTube, by the way. This guy is really. I'm not on. He's not good only in fighting.
Yeah.
He's also good in. He has his own podcast. He does his own videos, bro. He's so funny. Watch about Paddy Pimblett. He talks about Paddy Pimblett, bro. It's super funny. This guy, you need to watch him on YouTube.
All right.
I hope he gets a good fight. By the way, I hope he gets a good fight because he deserves it. I think he still has a lot of things in his in himself. So I hope he gets. I hope to see him soon. By the way, yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, UFC 300 special night. Justin Gaethje. What about him?
Yeah. What do you think is next for him?
Justin Gaethje, bro, finishing Dustin Poirier in a beautiful way, and then going to fight Max Holloway and getting finished in this way in UFC 300 in front of all this crowd, in front of his family. His father dropped a tear, by the way. But Justin, he is a chaos. He's a crazy highlight. I mean, this is the real name, highlight. He always does it, bro. He always delivers it. And I think he needs to chill. He said that he's going to be out for 6 months. I feel he needs a bit more time to chill and take his time and be prepared. And I still think he can run for the title one more time. I think he can do it. And I don't know who is going to fight. Now we know Dustin Poirier is going to fight Makhachev. And there are a lot of other guys there. But I still, for him, for his health, for his comeback, I think he needs to give too much time for it. So he can come back healthy.
I mean, their division is stacked.
Yeah,
it's
their
the
division,
most exciting division.
Yes.
For, I don't know, for a couple of years now. And
yeah, it's just continuous back and forth.
Like, exactly. Like, there's so many good guys there. And, sometimes, like, for example, when I was watching Gaethje against Dustin, I love both of them. And I didn't know who I'm rooting for, Until,
you mean against Max?
No. Against Max, I wanted Gaethje to win.
Yeah,
I mean, I love Max as well. Yeah, but I was rooting for Gaethje. I wanted him to go for the title.
Okay.
I wanted him to go for the title. He was stepping up. So I was like, this is his house. Let him, But Gaethje against Dustin, I was confused. Until
I was Gaethje 100%.
Yeah?
I was Gaethje 100%.
For me, I had mixed feelings, because I really like them both. And this division, that's what this division does to you. Because, like, you like so many guys. There's so many good guys down there. And now we have Islam fighting with
Dustin.
Yeah. And who else is... Gaethje is going to be sidelined.
Yeah, it's, also, don't forget that Ilia also talked about going up.
Oh, he wants to go up as well?
Yeah, he wants to go up as well. Like, everybody did it. Like, Alex, he went up. Volkanovski went up. Before we know, Conor, he did successful going up. So, all these guys, featherweight guys, they like to go up. But that's why it makes it more exciting because, those small guys, I don't want to say small. I mean, for lightweight, they are small. For me, they're too big.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I don't want to say small guy, featherweight division.
Yeah.
They want to go up. But I like the part of lightweight don't want to go down. But still, Ilia just called out Makhachev on Instagram and Twitter that he wants to fight him. And he put some bad things. I think, of course, he does it. He likes to do it, like, to make the fight viral. But I think it's not good. Like, he put a video. Makhachev got knocked out, right?
Yeah.
So he puts that video when he just gets clipped. And Makhachev didn't like it. So, yeah. But yeah, as you said, lightweight is crazy, brother. Lightweight is very good. And we had a lot of other fights. Diego Lopez performance was amazing, bro. I like this guy. He doesn't speak nothing in English, I think, just a bit, but he did beautiful thing, Diego Lopez. He has a lot of fighters also. He's a coach, so he's amazing. But we forget something, that all these events are happening, and there are people behind it. And there's one special guy that I admire a lot, is the GOAT of CEOs, Dana White. Bro, this guy, I always say it, like, if you're a leader, like, if you have your own company, if you have your own job, like, if you don't really love what you do and you have passion for it, regardless of different things like financial income or the media thing that comes to you, the cloud, everything. No, when you're just locked in, you talk only and you think only to make the best fight that no one ever does. Bro, he does this. Look at the UFC 300. Bro, it was crazy. Look at the time, everybody forgets, like, the COVID time. It was a disastrous time, but the only sport that was active, it was UFC, because of course, you're Dana White, bro. He doesn't want to sit at home. He loves gambling, but he doesn't want to do that. He wants to make fights.
He's pretty good at gambling.
I don't know that part, but
He's good at gambling. I think UFC was a gamble for him as well at the beginning, but what a turnout. Like, this sport got so much life because of
course,
the likes of Dana White. I mean, if it was, look, the fights that he puts, the cards that he makes, the events that he promotes, the way that he carries himself and he talks, This guy is a legend. He's definitely a legend, and I love him. And I love what he does. I love the fights that he puts. I love his series. The one that he goes with Matt Serra.
Matt Serra, yeah.
Looking for
yeah.
fighters.
Looking for a fight. Yeah,
exactly.
It's amazing one.
It
They stopped it, by the way, so
It
it
did?
just stopped a bit. So I
Yeah.
think they will come back again.
Can't wait for it. Then definitely. I mean, the guy is smart. And recently now they're partners with WWE.
Yes.
Yeah.
He bought some. I think he bought it.
Uh,
I think he bought WWE. I think he got
something like that. I see a lot of cross paths, like in terms of watching the fights. So because the other day, Randy Orton was. He was
just
in the
last card. Yes.
Yeah, in the last card, exactly.
Yeah.
He was there, and he.
I
So-
don't want to talk about that part because the guy who came to him and hugged him just finished Nursultan Ruziboyev. I love that guy, Nursultan. We're gonna talk about him in the next podcast for sure, but I will tell about him a lot. And he's a special kid. He lost to this Buckley. Buckley's an experienced guy, but Randy Orton, yeah, of course. Dana White he's just amazing guy. I love to watch his interviews. I love to watch when he talks about fighting. When the way he thinks, like he just wants to do it, And he says, you know what? Everyone's gonna talk about, no, you can't do it. No, you can't do it. There's limits. There's barriers. No, there is nothing. When you want to do something, you gotta do it, and he does it. He delivers it. So, man, Dana White, the best guy. I just love this guy. You know that now UFC had partnered with Riyadh. With Saudi Arabia. Yes, bro. Riyadh is gonna sponsor them the UFC Las Vegas. I don't know which event, but they're gonna sponsor the UFC Las Vegas, and for sure, the 22 June there is a UFC in Riyadh.
Mm-hmm.
So the card there are still 3 or 4 fights. They're gonna put more, but bro, this partnership, bro, the way Saudi is doing in football and boxing, we see it literally by our eyes. Like it's so crazy. So imagine this partnership, bro. It's dangerous.
It is dangerous. I think now this is where dreams come true. The dream fights, and because like we exactly as you said, Saudi they bring in these big football players and throwing the money and then the boxing event.
Look how
Anthony
boxing
Joshua
changed.
and Francis, and then there was Tyson
Fury,
Tyson Fury
Usyk.
with Francis as well. Like they're going crazy, and that does sound exciting, and I can't wait for it. Yeah,
this is everyone talks about money. Like what I don't like a lot. Like people, you know what? They're gonna put a lot of money, and everyone's gonna say yes. No, there's a lot of thinking and planning, and doing this and talking to people make them want to fight in this card or in this UFC. So I think there is a big will from Riyadh, from Saudi Arabia, that they want to have those fights in Saudi Arabia, and they can do it because it's been very successful in UAE, and they can take it out there and do something else as well. I mean, as we said, look at the boxing now. Of course, we're gonna have a separate one all about the boxing, but bro, it's just crazy what is happening. All the fights that we were waiting, and all the boxing fans were waiting for so many years, just happening in 1-2 years. Because you know what? Saudi Arabia is doing it. Turkey, Al Sheikh is doing everything, sponsoring and making fights happen. So it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. And I hope to see, I don't know which Las Vegas event they want to do, but I think it's going to be something super huge, bro. It's going to be like crazy. I'm definitely.
I have a feeling now that maybe Conor will be on the card.
Conor's already booked for 303, I think.
302.
2 or 3?
2 or 3, yeah.
3, because 202 is Islam Makhachev against Poirier, and then they fight against Chandler. So it's 303. But Conor comeback is going to be crazy. By the way, just a small info that is going to be the highest sellout ever. By the way, they already sold $20 million with Conor. It's already is the highest grossing event. So
the fight against Chandler.
Yeah. So I don't know what's going to happen close to that fight, which money is going to go higher. And, bro, it's already crazy things that is happening. But all the best to Conor.
Yeah, all the best to... That's what I'm talking about, like this division, Conor, Chandler, Islam, Dustin, Gaethje, and the Brazilian. What was
Which
his
one?
name again? The Brazilian guy with the glasses, the good guy, the jiu-jitsu guy, the champion, the former champion.
Of lightweight?
Yeah, lightweight.
Who's this guy?
The
Who's the guy?
Brazilian guy. Oh no.
Oh, Charles Oliveira.
Yeah, Oliveira, there you go.
Charles, yeah, of course.
Exactly.
The Bronx.
Yeah.
The Bronx,
and,
yeah.
I mean, there's the Armenian.
Tsarukyan.
Yeah, there's that guy, and
Yeah, their weight division is stuck, but it's crazy. It's too crazy. So many fights. Tsarukyan, by the way, is a good guy. He's a good fighter, bro. Look, Charles Oliveira. Everybody loves this guy. Like, he's really a nice guy and a good fighter, and he always just does something special. Like the way he finished in his last fight against Beneil Dariush, the way he finished him. Nobody thought that he's gonna do that, bro. But
nobody thought he's gonna finish Justin. Nobody
Yeah.
thought he's gonna finish the
Poirier,
the Iranian dude,
Beneil Dariush.
Beneil
Yeah.
Dariush. Yeah, like this guy's been going on and on
Yeah.
and on.
But Tsarukyan, bro. That's Tsarukyan thing is really. Everybody should be really worried about this guy because he's all-rounded
Yeah.
guy. You know, he fights everywhere.
He fights.
Did you see that choke that he didn't give up? Bro,
Yeah.
some say that he slept. Honestly, some say that he slept.
I don't think if he slept, because if he was out, he was completely out. Then.
I don't know. Some say that he slept.
But yeah, it was very tight. It was very long, and he didn't.
Bro,
he just
he
didn't.
just-
Yeah.
He just didn't. He focused and he didn't like panic and just went out of this, bro. It was crazy. UFC 300 was amazing. It was beautiful, full of highlights, full of things, bro.
Yeah.
But after it directly, you know, when they made the crazy event, they had a second crazy event, UFC 301 in Rio de Janeiro. Bro, that card as well was beautiful. Full of potential fighters, full of events. Jose Aldo coming back, bro. Jose Aldo.
Coming back and winning.
Bro, winning in a way that
winning.
I didn't expect that this way he's gonna win it. Look, I watched the other fighter. I forget his name, Fernandez or Hernandez. He had the crazy leg kicks, bro. He just quits everyone by having those lazy, like crazy leg kicks. But this doesn't work against Jose Aldo.
I mean, the guy is known for his crazy leg kicks.
Leg kicks is all about Jose Aldo, bro.
Exactly.
King of Rio. I
Yeah.
love that guy. But the way the fight went, full control of Jose Aldo, 3 rounds. He knew what he's doing. He's so fast. His hands, his kicks, bro. He was just there, bro. Maybe also it was a big plus for him. He was in his place, King of Rio, Rio de Janeiro. But man, I don't know how old he is, but I know he's very old. He retired and he came back. But he's just
I think he's
amazing guy.
35, 6. He's not that old.
I think, 37 like this, I think he is already.
No, I think he's like 35, 6. He left, you know, he's been around for so long.
Yes.
I think the time he was fighting Kano, he was around early 30s.
Yeah.
So
let's say in his prime.
Yeah, in his prime.
It was in his prime, yeah.
Exactly. He just reached his prime and he was the GOAT.
Yeah. Yes,
He was 10 years
love that guy.
undefeated.
You know how much I love Jose Aldo.
No, we have a history together about that fight.
Yes,
We have
McGregor
stories that we-
against Jose Aldo.
Jeez.
I don't want you to bring it up the details, but yeah, dropping a tear for Jose Aldo. Yeah, those were the days.
We actually went to an Irish pub in
Yeah.
Dubai, and
It was crazy.
it was crazy because like everyone was cheering for Conor when he was doing the entrance move.
Yeah.
And it was just me and him. It was just the two of us.
No, it was me, you, and my small brother Somo.
Who got up and started cheering for him, and everyone was booing us.
Yeah.
And then a few seconds later, tables are flipping,
Bro.
glasses are
They
breaking.
broke the screen, bro.
Yeah,
You know, they threw everything, beer, I don't know, whatever it was, they threw
were
at the
going
screen.
crazy, and I was just bummed, and I was just angry, and I was like, there was an Irish guy coming to me. I was like, bruh, not right now.
Yeah.
It was like, it was a good fight. It was a good fight.
They were drunk, but yeah.
Yeah.
That knockout, bro, 13 seconds.
Ah.
Someone was with us, but someone is our number one hater. He always go against us. He was McGregor guy.
Yeah, he was actually a McGregor
He
guy.
is
yeah.
until now McGregor guy. He just wakes up and sleeps. He thinks about McGregor. But bro, that night, I think the best version of McGregor was the guy that was that night there, bro. Like man, that left one.
I think the best McGregor was against.
You want to say against Eddie Alvarez?
Yeah, I think the way he played that, because Eddie Alvarez, he's a dog. He's a dog. He fights like a dog.
And the underground king,
Yeah.
Eddie Alvarez. Everybody, I think they put too much media on him to hype him up, so he can be big and he can lose to McGregor. That's my point of view, bro. I like that guy. I like how he fights, but what he did that night was unacceptable, bro. Like you just lost, bro. Why you lose
But
like
that's
that?
how good Conor was that night. Everything he was doing was hitting him. Like every move he was doing was setups and
yes.
after setups, and
Exactly.
everything was calculated for him. That's why I feel like that was one of the best versions for him.
I think that fight, yeah, Conor did crazy things, but what he did against Jose Aldo,
It was just 13 seconds.
no. But don't forget the way I never seen any conferences anymore like it was against Jose Aldo.
Oh
Conor
no,
McGregor.
yeah, the build up to the fight.
The build
was,
up, bro.
No,
they
nothing
went to
like
Rio.
it, yeah.
Conor made sure that he makes a show. He made a show in Rio. Then they went to Dublin, to Ireland. They had a conference there, bro. It was just a movie.
It was definitely a movie.
Bro, that times it was like, let's be honest. I don't want to take the credit from McGregor, Conor. Everybody loves him. I like him. I used to watch him from 2012, 13 when he was just coming up, fighting Brandao, fighting another, like all those guys. Yeah,
and
Dustin
then,
and
Chad, and then
Chad Mendes.
Even Max Holloway.
I used to
he
like
actually-
him, but when he fought against Jose Aldo, he just changed, and he changed the game.
He did change the game. He did change
All
the game.
those money that they were never having, they start to have it after that fight. Like, bro, like McGregor, he changed. Like, they always used to get like maximum $200,000, and then when Conor came, he started getting millions.
Yeah, I mean, he changed the game for everyone.
Yeah, I mean for all the fighters.
Yeah,
of
all
course.
the fighters. Like,
Of course, bro. But yeah,
he
Conor,
promoted the game so good that, yeah,
he has something special in him.
He does.
He really does. He knows how to talk, how to present himself, how to have the build-up fight. Bro, he already won against Jose Aldo before the fight.
That's what everyone says.
But
Definitely.
this is the truth. Because once we were that time, me and you, like always watching conferences, we didn't like, we were like, no, Jose is ready. But now when we grew up, when we're more mature, when we can see things that we didn't see when we were younger, now we can
We
clearly
understand. Yeah, we can
that
clearly see
really-
that he got into his head so
Bro,
bad.
so bad. He was inside
That he
his
actually
head.
predicted. I saw the footage that before he walks out, he's actually, he's going through the move.
The left one?
Yeah,
and the pads? Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
crazy
yeah,
to
yeah.
me. And
This one.
yeah, he really got into his head, and yeah, that fight was something. And
Yeah. I think many fights happen in UFC, but this fight was something that changed again all the game. And Conor was the special guy. And then after winning this, he went against, I think, Nate Diaz.
And after this, he went against Nate Diaz.
He
'Cause he was
lost
supposed
and-
to fight against the champion.
Yeah.
He lost.
Yes. Eddie Alvarez, I think it's supposed to be.
No. Eddie Alvarez was way after Nate Diaz. Eddie Alvarez was after
Yes.
the second Nate Diaz.
After yes. But man, like, he changed. He went up. He got second belt. It was the first time that ever happened. And after him, everybody wants the second belt. But now we know Alex Pereira wants the third one. But still, bro, a lot of crazy fighters from Brazil. A lot. There are too many. Brazil, Mexico. There are just a lot now. But of course, now Tajikistan fighters are also coming. There are a lot, but it will be more, by the way, hopefully. But let's see.
Let's see.
But main event, Pantoja against Erceg. Bro, what do you think of Pantoja? What do you think as a fighter? Like, he is the champion in his division. He fought really hard against Erceg. But do you think he's going to be a long reigning champion?
Look, he's a good guy, yeah, but he doesn't have the character. I feel like
He's too humble.
yeah, he's way too humble, and it's nice and everything, but I just don't see him. No, I feel like he's gonna be overthrown at some point.
Maybe, you know, when the build up for this fight, I was watching this new kid, Erceg, and he really fights so smart. He has an amazing stand up. And I predicted, my prediction when, you know, you like to put any predictions in the fight. I was saying, you know what, Pantoja is a strong guy. He always likes to come forward. He always likes to go straight. But, bro, Erceg is a good striker. Like, he puts his hands good. I thought somehow he can outstrike him. He can outstrike Pantoja, but it happened that, you know, if he was winning, by the way, he was really doing good, but he was doing mistakes, bro. Like, if you're doing good in stand-up, why do you go for a takedown? I don't understand. Some people really do. They want to show, like, you know what, I'm good in hands and I'm good in wrestling. No, bro. Pantoja is a different level. He's a black belt jiu-jitsu guy, and he's been grappling against all the best guys. You don't do that, man. He was just taking him down, and he was just changing the position, and he's down. You don't do that in title fights, bro.
But you know, some fighters, when they are gassed out, you know, when they feel really tired, they just shoot down. Shoot down. That's what Nate told Conor in the first fight. You know,
of course.
Like, I'm a great boxer, but I have so many what do you call this, finishes by submission, is because they can't box me no more.
Of course.
So that's one of the reasons I think people shoot, even though they know they're really good boxers, they're doing good, you know, in boxing and stand-up, but I think they just gas out.
But me and you, we saw that fight. We can clearly see that he was not gassed out, but I don't know why he was doing it. Like, Pantoja shoots your legs, you defend it, and then you shoot his leg. For what? Just stand up. Keep him distance. Just keep him jabbing, 1-2s, and that's it. You're going to win the fight. No. He just decides to go down, and he just gets out-wrestled, and Pantoja above him, and just ground and pounds, bro. But I still feel that Erceg can win Pantoja. He can still do something good against this guy. And that division, needs to move a bit. Really, it's not everyone talks about division. So we really need to see a lot of other fighters coming there, or either like someone going down or someone going up, because, or you remember that they wanted to cancel this?
Yeah, they wanted to cancel the...
Like when Demetrius Johnson was there still, the Mighty Mouse, the best, I think, in that way, the best one ever is Mighty Mouse. And I think he deserves to be the top 10, the best martial arts of all time, bro. Like, Mighty Mouse is amazing.
You remember that submission?
Bro, against Ray Borg?
Yeah,
oh
bro,
my
the
God,
way
bro.
he picks him up and goes into an arm. No, that was like a movie.
Bro.
You could not tried your best to do exactly like, how can I put this? Like, I mean, it was really like a movie. Like, you just couldn't.
No, whenever you watch this, you're like, you know, is it something planned? Or he did it like...
Exactly, you know?
Spontaneous, like on the spot, like, I don't know. It looks like amazing. It looks so like out of everything in someone's head. But bro, like the way he did it, man, you just pull him out, his hand there. You can see his reaction, like he sees the hand, like, oh, I saw it. Boom, he goes for it, bro. Demetrius Johnson. Bro.
Yeah, I mean, he was on the top of his game.
Yeah, that time.
That
but
time.
It was really sad when they let him go.
Yeah, it was.
It was a mistake, by the way.
Yeah.
It was a big mistake. As you said, you know, Pantoja as a character is not a very talkative guy. He's very humble. No one talks about him, but as a fighter, he's a really amazing fighter. Same thing goes for Demetrius Johnson. Like, no one was giving him credit for what he was. And now when he left, he was doing great in ONE FC. And everyone's like, oh, where is Demetrius Johnson? Of course, bro. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's their decision of UFC letting him go. But I still feel he could have done amazing things.
The thing is, he did... I mean, there was no one else left for him. There was no one else left for him in that division. He was just finishing... He had what? How many finishes in a row? As a champion?
12, I think. 11 or 12.
Yeah, something like that. And
11 or 12, yeah.
And it was outrageous. It was crazy. And it was also, it sounded crazy for me to let him go. Yeah. And I think they did a swap, as I remember.
Yeah, it was a swap.
It was a swap with the American guy who got knocked out in 3 seconds. What's his name? Against... I actually liked him as well. You know the wrestler who got kneed and
Oh my God!
Yeah,
Against Jorge Masvidal,
Yeah, yeah.
Ben Askren.
yeah, Ben, they switched him with
Bro,
Ben
Ben
Askren.
Askren is just a story that I don't want to talk in this podcast. He needs a separate podcast of 1 hour. How you prepare for this fight and you get slept in 3 seconds, bro. But yeah, but I still feel that Demetrius Johnson is my top 10 list. One of the best fighters that I ever watched. So,
Definitely, yeah, definitely.
Amazing.
He deserves to be in that list.
yeah,
I think
amazing.
we all agree. Yeah.
Amazing 300 UFC 301. So for sure, I think next time we'll be talking about the predictions,
Yeah, we'll talk about
302 event,
exactly
and some other things that are happening.
and then we'll have shows talking about boxing
Yes, of course.
and different combat sports. So yeah,
Tune up, subscribe, and you'll see a lot of amazing things that's gonna happen.
Definitely, yeah.
Me and Am are gonna deliver this, and it's gonna be the perfect way.
Yeah. it's-
So, yeah,
exactly.
let's wrap it
so,
up. Thank you so much, guys, and like and subscribe. Thank
and
you.
Stay tuned and hey,